Hey guys, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday from the Wellness Way in Houston Memorial. I'm Dr. Brenda Hasselbrock.
Dr. Brianna Hyde.
How y'all doing today? So today we're talking about National
Nutrition.
Month.
Yes.
I'm cut off here. Ah, there we go. Hi. Okay.
Yeah, so how many of you guys actually knew that March was National Nutrition Month?
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, so that's okay. That's what we're here to tell you and kind of talk about, what good nutrition means for you and some ways that you can implement it to celebrate this holiday for the rest of your life.
Because sometimes nutrition can be very confusing, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they say, oh, eat right, exercise. Well, what does that really mean?
Mhm.
And actually, it means different things to different people. But we're going to go over some general basic rules that'll be helpful.
Yeah, and then kind of give you a good plan for moving forward and making your own kind of meal plans.
Exactly.
So the number one thing to do whenever you're thinking about what you're going to go buy at the grocery store is take inventory of what you have already. Look at go through the pantry. I'm sure you guys do that. Like, okay, well, what are we out of?
Yeah.
But look at what are you not using. Like I have accidentally bought celery the last 3 grocery store trips. I'm like, yes, I'm going to use it this week.
This week I need
and it
celery.
hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, okay, I know I use a lot of zucchini, so we're going to buy more zucchini this week. So just kind of
you have a little list, you know how good we are at lists.
Yes.
My husband and I, y'all can put it on your phone, your little grocery list. Like when you run out of something,
Mm-hmm.
we have
a dry erase board.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So just write it down when you run out of something. And the other thing that I think is really important for National Health Month is planning ahead.
Oh, for sure.
So
I'm a 100% advocate for planning ahead. I always do my meal prep, usually on Sundays, because a routine is what really helps you with the meal prep. I used to always go to the grocery store Sunday morning. Now I'm kind of changing it to Saturday night though, because I realize there's no people at the grocery store Saturday night, and you don't have to fight somebody for some zucchini. So
because you need someone's on your list, yeah. So shopping, having your list, and preparing your meals in advance is a great way to stay on track with your healthy foods. A couple other things, though, when we talk about healthy foods, what's healthy for me may not be healthy for her, and vice versa. So,
I could have green beans. Green beans was on your allergy list.
Mm-hmm. I can have garlic.
Yeah, and she had some delicious looking asparagus today, but asparagus was on my food allergy list. So,
and these are healthy foods. So when we talk about national nutrition, nutrition is a very individualized situation. No two people are the same. So at the Wellness Way, we also do food allergy testing for that very specific reason. So while you're eating Brussels sprouts and asparagus and good foods like that, they're actually toxic for her. So I can still eat them and they're nutritious for me. And we're going to work on healing her gut so that she can retest and get them added back in sometime soon, hopefully. So so you have to know which foods work best for you because they're not the same for everybody.
Mm-mm. And then somebody had a really good analogy about going to the grocery store and making sure that you pick a little bit from each category, like the carbs, proteins, fats, those kind of things, looking at the macros, like the macronutrients that you need in your diet. Because if you go and are just getting a bunch of snack stuff or only get the carbs or what have you, then it's like going clothes shopping and only buying a bunch of cute t-shirts and realizing you have no pants to wear them with. So there's certain things that need to be paired together.
Yeah. And then when you're prepping your meals in advance, you also want to make sure that you're alternating and rotating so that you're not eating the same thing every day for a week straight. Number one, it gets boring, but number two, it also gives you more opportunity to develop food allergies. So we want to make sure that we're rotating our choices.
Yeah, because if you're overloading your gut with chicken all day, every day, and you've got some leaky gut stuff going on, your body's going to attack that chicken because that's the one that keeps falling through the most.
Exactly. Another thing about grocery shopping, we talk about that little health food section kind of off to the side of the store where they have the alternate milks and the rice cakes, that part of the store. Well, so we joke about it at our inflammation talks. We say, well, if that's the healthy food, what is the rest of the store? So something to consider. We used to say shop the perimeters because that's where the fruits and the vegetables and dairy, most people don't do well with dairy. Some people don't do well with eggs. So really important to get your food allergies tested so you know what's okay for you to eat and to be healthy and not to be inflammatory.
Yeah. So picking a little bit from each category is our proteins, and then our vegetables, and then some good fats that we can implement.
Yeah.
Those are super important because our brain is made up mostly of fats. So we want to make sure that we get that implemented into our diet as well.
Right. And there's not all fats are created equal.
No.
Yeah. So anything partially hydrogenated, anything like that. When we talk about fats, we're talking about the good healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, avocados or avocado oil, or grapeseed oil. So pick healthy fats and get them into your diet. If you're not getting enough healthy fats through your food, you can always supplement with like fish oils.
Yep, and those are pretty easy to add on too.
Yep.
And avocado just goes delicious with everything, in my opinion.
It does.
So,
and we're not allergic to it. Woo!
Yeah, not allergic to that one. Thank goodness.
Yes.
So definitely maintain a good balance when you are eating, because I know you can get kind of burnt out. It's like, oh no, I can only eat meats and vegetables and then not anything else. And like, it's okay, if you're gonna work out a little bit extra that day, throw in some more complex carbs like some quinoa or some like black beans, some really good carbs like that. So don't be too hard on yourself if you have a day where it's like you're eating like bad food, because you need a little bit of balance in your life too. Otherwise you get burnt out.
Yeah, but be careful for that, because sometimes if you know what your food allergies are and you're avoiding them really well, and then you just want some comfort food or give yourself a treat or a reward, it doesn't work out so well, does it?
No, not in that regards. Don't do that to yourself. But
don't do that. No, but there are some healthy snacks. I like the dark chocolate snacks with the quinoa, and they have some that have seeds. So there are some healthy snacks if you would like to have a healthy snack.
Yeah,
so
those are good. And then learning one new recipe a week is a really good idea. Like adding things, because I know everyone has a super busy schedule during the week, and you might not have time to do like 10 different new Pinterest recipes a day. But
you can always text your assistant and say, "Hi, how do you cook beets?"
Yeah, I'm like, here's my Pinterest recipe. Here we go. and it works, Just, oh, hi Ryan, and Miss Patty joined.
Yeah, Patty's in Alabama. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Hi Ryan, he's from Florida. So yeah, we're coastal today. So awesome. Another thing for National Nutrition, you want to make sure that the good food that you're putting in your body is actually breaking down and getting into your system, so it's bioavailable. Two things that I like to look at for that. One are enzymes, digestive enzymes. Our Wellness Way brand is really good. It's cherry flavored, as long as cherry's not on your allergy list. But so we like the enzymes. Another thing too with the food allergy testing that we're seeing more frequently these days is proteins. So the meats, so pork and tuna and things like that. Well, proteins get broken down. They start the breakdown process. Like I'm making motions with my hands, but they can't see me.
Motion down here.
Okay. So yeah, proteins, they start breaking down in your stomach. So we need gastric acid to break those proteins down. Gastric acid also sterilizes your food too. But to break those proteins down, because we are seeing more proteins on the food allergy list, the hydrochloric acid is very important. And we use our betaine HCl for that. It's interesting too, because remember we just had the E. coli on the
outbreak.
The outbreak. And so I don't know this for sure, but my thought is the people that had good gastric juices, they may have eaten the lettuce too.
They're okay.
It got sterilized and they did fine, where the people that got sick were either a little immunosuppressed or didn't have very good gastric acid, because I suppose there are more people that actually ate the tainted vegetables than what we heard about. So
yes, that'd be great.
Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining us today.
So she has a hard time at meal planning and finding foods that the kids will eat.
Yes. How old are the kids, Jennifer? Hey, Marcia, thanks for joining us.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Oh, is it?
I love you, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so meal planning is definitely going to be hard for everybody. Once you are doing it for a while, you get in, say, a good routine with it. Like I have the air fryer, and then I use my oven a lot too. So like I just will throw things in there after I find a good recipe, and I'm like, my meal prep for lunch this week, I did all of my meals within 30 minutes.
Nice.
Because it was really easy. I'm like, okay, I know these veggies roast for a couple minutes here, and then this chicken will bake for a little bit here, and then I go do laundry or whatever I need to do, and then come back and it's already done. So once you find like foods that you know that they will be okay eating, and you kind of mix and match
Yeah.
the veggies and the proteins, and it goes a lot smoother after a while.
And I would say for Jennifer too, check out the Wellness Way clinics.com. We have some recipes on our page. For my granddaughters, I made avocado chocolate fudgesicles. I don't know, but they were delicious and healthy, and the good healthy fat like we were talking about. We also have this wonderful ranch dip. If you haven't tried it yet, it's delicious, and it's dairy free, and you can use that for dips. You can use it for spreads. I don't really use it for dressing, but it makes a nice spread. You can also use it for dipping vegetables and things like that, and that's very good.
The kids are 5 and 3.
Oh, girls. Is that your sister?
That's my mama.
Hey, Mama. Hi, Mama.
My whole family's on here today, guys.
None of mine today. Hey, come on.
Come on, guys.
But yeah, and so Jennifer, there's some different sites that you can look at for recipes. Check out ours. We have quite a few recipes on there already, and we're adding more. We have this one. It's a hummus chocolate chip, I think.
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
Is that on ours or someplace else? But there are healthy other websites that you can find. Pinterest is a good one.
Oh, yeah. I use Pinterest hands down all the time.
Yeah, so draxe.com is a good one. And, of course, ours, the Wellness Way, clinics.com is very good. We've got quite a few recipes on there already and adding more and more on a regular basis. Somebody once asked, like, why doesn't the Wellness Way make a cookbook?
I know.
Do you know why?
Yeah, it's because everybody's so different. There'd be so many food substitutions. So, like allergies, like the ranch dip. Like I love that ranch dip, but it has garlic in it. I can't have garlic.
But you can just not put the garlic in.
Yeah, so they give you a lot of options on the Wellness Way website for substituting foods. Like, okay, if you can't have eggs, use this option. Right. So, but I think we might get a little crazy if there's a whole cookbook. Yeah,
so there are substitutions available. That's why there's not a cookbook, because not everybody can eat everything. So we do have alternate sheets. If you have food allergy testing done, you go, oh, I can't have eggs. What can I do? Well, you have options, and we can help you with that too. Yeah, so National Nutrition Month. So consider nutrition. Consider your body as a fine piece of machinery, and you want to put good fuel in. So that's what's going to keep you healthy and keep you strong and keep you going longer.
Yep. You're not going to put horrible little gas sewer water in your Lamborghini tank.
No.
You can put premium because you want that sucker to last.
That's right. You don't give your thoroughbred racehorse Coca-Cola either. So why would you do that to you? By the way, tonight we are having an information talk here in the office at 5:30. The next one will be in 2 weeks, which will be April 5th. I want to say it's 2 weeks. Is it the 4th? Hold on, we're checking.
The 2nd. Oh, I was close.
April 2nd. So join us tonight if you can. If not, put us on your calendar for April the 2nd. Here in the office at 5:30. We're going to be going over the Wellness Way approach to inflammation.
Some really good stuff in there too.
What is it? It's a different way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We need to change our thinking as people are getting sicker and sicker and sicker, massively sick. So come and find out a different way of thinking, so you don't have to be one of those statistics. So
yes.
Thanks for joining us today, and we look forward to, did you have anything else?
No, just, if you have any topics that you think would be interesting for us to talk about, anything you want to know more a little bit about, we're here to do these videos to educate you and kind of get back to you guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yes, next Tuesday, 1 o'clock, or if you're coming tonight at 5:30.
That's right.